What is going on, guys? I'm Wars here, and welcome back again to our video, guys. And today the Grimoire has updated yet again. It's our bi-weekly tradition of going over the choose your own chapter for Dead by Daylight. Guys, before this video begins, be sure to leave a like on today's video, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe as well. I cover DBD news, updates, and more. And of course, today we got an update on the Grimoire for the Choose Your Own Killer and Survivor chapter. So, Behavior made a post on Twitter. The Grimoire closes upon its macabre pedestal. The Grimoire link to the website, of course. For the sixth and final verse of this phase, you've chosen boldness in the face of peril as the survivor, and as the killer, you've ruled that each sin is unique when delivering your divine punishment. Approach the Grimoire to receive a reward for your devotion. Thank you for voting, and stay tuned for the next phase, which begins at the end of this year. Okay, so I'm on the website now, and of course, it looks like we're not having anything to vote on going forward until the end of the year, so we got a bit of time before we figure out anything else, but we're going to read whatever we got here. So, Survivor Finale. Your defining trait is boldness, 35.55%. You've never backed down in your life, not in your pursuit of knowledge, nor in your journeys through the wastelands of the collapse. And you will not back down now. If the Killer of Worlds is here, you will know soon enough. Find yourself to find your freedom, and the old school said, and now, more than ever, you know exactly who you are. And of course, we get a blood point code. It looks like for 1 million blood points, if you type in the Grimoire into Dead by Daylight, you'll get 1 million blood points. That is a free level right there for my good old Springtrap. And then, of course, we get a rundown of the winning sort of, I guess, traits for each of the situations, I guess, we put the Killer and Survivor in. So for Survivor, we have, of course, we started off with the collapsed world. The apocalypse isn't coming, it's happening. My world is unraveling, swallowed whole by chaos and ruin. A life of endless mystery. Remembering your studies. Door of the Divine Investigator. Spiritual Scientist. And boldness. So we got a bold spiritual scientist who remembers his studies, apparently. And is from a collapsed world. So that's pretty much the rundown of what the Survivor is so far. And then moving on to Killer. So the Killer Finale, the nature of sin is that each sin is unique. Each sin is unique, and there are plenty of sinners in this realm awaiting for your punishment. However you got here, you are driven by your purpose, and the screams of forgiveness will last an eternity. So this one is interesting. This is actually the one I wanted to win, and it looks like the majority of people did, because this one got a landslide of 57.99% of votes. Now, if we head over to my YouTube poll here, Each Sin is Unique was in fact the winner of my poll that had 1.1 thousand votes. And it actually got a whopping, this is the most I think I've seen on any of my polls, 78% for Each Sin is Unique. And that is, the one that I wanted to win, so I'm really happy that this one was overwhelmingly popular. And it looks like, of course, that is the official answer we got on the Grimoire. Then, of course, we got a rundown of the Killer. So they are an otherworldly killer of divine nature. They are the wielder of exalted truths. They are a torment killer, and they punish survivors with each sin that the survivors are being punished being unique. So that is the rundown of the Killer. It's definitely an angelic killer, and the power is a curse power where it's going to be, I guess, different for each survivor's action. So the other answers on the Killer were like, each sin is the same, so like no matter what a survivor does, it's also your problem as well. It seems like with this one, the sin is unique to whatever the survivor does. So say, for example, you drop a pallet on the Killer, maybe something bad will happen to you. I don't know. That's just kind of like a guess based on what it says. But yeah, needless to say, this one is the one I think we were all looking forward to. So I'm assuming so, considering I got 57%, almost 58%. Yeah. So that is it with the Grimoire. It's a shame that it is going away for a while. And actually, I just noticed something. It looks like on the image for the Grimoire, we actually get a peek on the survivor. So it looks like it is forming more and more and more on both the killer side and the survivor side. The killer is definitely going to be based on the biblically accurate angels, like the you know, the image of like the, you know, the really freaky looking be not afraid angels that you see on the internet a lot. I'm assuming it's going to be just, you know, inspired by that and not just straight up like an actual angel from like the Bible, because that would be kind of weird. But yeah, and also with the survivor, it looks like we got a little bit of a peek of what looks like to be the survivor reading the books, that because, you know, they're scientists, they're spiritual scientists. Keep that in mind. I saw that a lot of people were commenting on my last video saying, oh, this chapter is about faith versus science. And not entirely, because keep in mind, the survivor is a scientist, yes, but they are a spiritual scientist. So whatever their science is, it does involve faith to a degree. So the theming of the chapter isn't necessarily science versus faith. That's not what the theming of the chapter is going to be. But there are, I guess, parallels to it. But the survivor is a faith-based survivor. They are a faith scientist in a way. But that's pretty much it. That's all we really got to talk about this time. We just got the answer for the Grimoire, and we got the news that we will not be doing this again for a while, not till the end of the year. It is already September, so, you know, only a couple months really. So yeah, I'm really excited to keep doing this. Again, if anyone from Behavior is watching this, I know you guys have seen a couple of my videos, please keep doing these. I love the Grimoire. This is one of the best things that Dead by Daylight has ever done. I'm being dead serious. I love the Grimoire. I love everything about it. I love how interactive it is. I just love seeing this chapter forming, like, before our eyes, and every week we get to go over it, or every other week I should say. Either way, it's really fun, it's really interactive, and I really hope that Behavior keeps doing this, because I really enjoy this. But yeah, I'm going to end off the video here. We got our angel killer and our spiritual scientist, and we know everything about them that we can pretty much know. I wonder what the second half of the voting is going to be like. I wonder if it's going to be maybe about their appearances rather than their gameplay. Very curious about that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next video. Have a great day, and peace. Bye, guys.